YouTube channel. My name is NAFULA. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend that you subscribe. But if you've already subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for even liking my videos, because if you like a video, it gets recommended to other users on YouTube. I'm gonna give you tips that I give to all the people who come, like either I pair them or the people who just come here and they have a host. So I'm gonna give you tips on how to live successfully with your host. Tip number 1, respect privacy. Very important. Respect privacy. You have to understand, somebody who's hosting you probably all their life, if they're single, if they're a married couple, or if they have kids, you have to understand these people have been living alone without anybody in the house for the longest time. And then now they decide to open their doors for a stranger. You there, a DV lottery winner. So you come into their house. What you don't want to do is take away the privacy that they had. And this is very important, because once you take away the privacy and they feel like they don't have the privacy anymore, then they'll be like, you know what, you can move out after 3 months. But if you maintain the privacy, they'll keep you there longer. I hope I'm making myself clear, and I'm going to be giving example. So some people, you know, they host you, they have big houses, privacy usually might not be an issue, but some people, maybe they have like a 3-bedroom house, and then you come there, they're like, you know what, we're gonna use one room, and it's a married couple, and my kids use the other room, and then maybe you get the other room, right? So it's a 3-bedroom, and then you have a shared living room. So you, as the DV lottery winner, when you get to that house, the first thing you should ask, is it okay if I put a television in my room, right? Once you put a TV in your room, then that gives you something to do in your room. So what I'm saying is not like you should stay in your room the whole day, because that works against you again. So try to interact with the family. You know, when they come, you know, in the morning, when they wake up, just allow them to have their own privacy. If they want, like if they ask you to help with the breakfast, or you feel like you need to help with making breakfast, you can get up, help them with breakfast. And then after that, then you know what, after you know you're done with the breakfast, you can go to your room, watch TV, give them their privacy to interact. Or if they have kids, then you can play with the kids, do something with the kids, have the kids come to your room and stuff like that, so that you give this couple privacy. Another thing, like if it's in the living room, don't sit in the living room all day. What are you doing there? If you have your own room, try to interact. You go in the living room, exchange, like, you know, you talk for a couple hours or whatever, and then just leave them alone. They're a married couple. They need time. Leave them alone, and then you can go to your room, give them privacy. Because this one, it shows like as much as you live in their house, you're giving them their daytime. So that way, they don't feel like there's an intruder who's like, I can't do anything in my own house. You know, sometimes, like, you know what, especially if the house is really small, you feel like I can't move anywhere. This person is everywhere. It's always somewhere, you know. So you have to make sure, like, when you live in that house, you give them privacy, even if it's a single person. You're used to living for years in America, living alone for all these years. So you coming there might be an issue. So just make sure, like, you're there, but then your presence is not omnipresent. You're not like everywhere all the time. Try to take time in your room to give these people who are hosting you privacy. That's my first tip. Okay, let's go to the second tip. The second tip is related to the finances. You come to this house, they're hosting you, probably they're like, you know what, you're gonna stay for free, you don't have a job, you don't have a social security number, you need time to get your social security number, to get your ID, to get whatever, to even get a job. It takes like a couple months. Immediately you get a job, dude, start contributing right away. because if you don't, you'll be kicked out. Why? Nobody wants to work hard to have somebody come live in their house and joyride on their hard work. I don't want to do that, and neither do you. So if you get a job, so immediately you get a job, your first paycheck, you need to ask your host, can I buy you food? Can I help with the rent? Can I help with the utilities? Even if you're not making a lot of money, ask them, what can I do to help financially? Because if you didn't have a job and they were feeding you, you're living for free, using their Wi-Fi for free, doing everything for free, they don't expect you to get a job. You're a stranger, you're just getting your money and putting everything in the pocket while they're using theirs. It's not gonna fly well. So to just maintain a good relationship, once you get a job, ask, what can I help? What can I do financially to help you guys out? I'm thankful that you guys decided to host me, but now that I have a job, I would like to help out, even if I'm gonna move out. Before I move out, I'm gonna try to help you out. And also, as I help you out, just understand that I need to find my own apartment, so I'll be saving a little bit of money to find my own place. But then in the meantime, let me help out. Even if they say, no, don't do this, insist, you're like, you know what, I understand you guys are working, unless they're super rich and they don't care. But then American people work hard. So even if somebody's super rich, they're working hard. So just make sure you're like, what can I do to help financially? That's tip number 2. Tip number 3. When you come to live with somebody who's hosting you, try to make sure that you live with them as family, not like as strangers, not like you're just hanging out. Try to interact. And what do I mean when I say that? When you're in the house maybe, and then you just realize, like, you know what, is 1 p.m., nobody's available at home, or maybe I'm home with their 2 kids. If you can cook lunch, go ahead and cook lunch. When they come back, you're like, you know what, I was home, the kids were hungry, I was just here, I decided to make a little dish, and then the kids are fed. Doing something like that goes a long way. Because this person is not just using me, like, they can feed my kids. And people who have kids, I'll just be honest, I don't know about other people, I have kids myself. People who have kids, if you treat their kids well, they tend to like you. If you don't treat the kids well, dude, it's not gonna work out. If you like the content of this video, please don't forget to subscribe, and also make sure you click the like button, because once you click the like, if you like a video, it gets recommended to other users on YouTube. So if you want your friends to learn whatever you're learning, please click the like button. Oh, what I'm saying is, it's not like you come and become a nanny. That's not my point. What I'm saying is, when you're in the house, if you see these dirty dishes in the sink, put the dishes in the dishwasher. Or if you don't have a dishwasher, you can wash the dishes and put them away. If you see, like, the living room is messy, try to fix it a little bit. If you see the bathroom is dirty and you use the bathroom, try to clean it. Just ask yourself, if it was in my own house, what will I be doing? Will I be leaving the bathroom dirty? No, I'll be cleaning it, right? Try to clean the bathroom. Not like you're assigned to clean the bathroom, but you know what? Try to help out. Anything there's mess anywhere, maybe the yard, maybe the grass is all outgrown, just offer you, like, can you show me how to mow your lawn, so when you're at work and I'm just at home, I can help you do that. Oh, you are working, oh, you came home late, you know what, I just made something and I left it on the table for you, so when you come home and you worked all day, you have something to eat. Just little acts of kindness like that goes a long way. These people will know that as much as you're living there, you're not using them for free. You are helping them. And if you're gonna stay there long term, you can just be like, you know what, because if you live with a host for a very long time, if you want to develop back home, you'll have a chance to build houses, you'll have a chance to help your siblings back home, because you will be paying a lot of rent and a lot of utilities. So you can make a deal with this person. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna be working an opposite shift. If you work morning shift, I can work evening shift. So instead of you getting somebody to watch your kids, I'll be watching them. You go to work, and then when you're home, I can go to work. And in that way, you know, we can share responsibility, and that way, you know what, I can live with you longer. A lot of people who, like, they come in the US and they don't agree with their host, number one reason when they get a job, those people don't want to contribute. They want to put their money in their pockets. So you are using me. I'm going to work every day. I buy food, I buy utilities, I pay the rent. And you know, some people will go ahead and be like, you know what, your house, even if I move out, the rent will still be the same. They have the nerve to say that. You're hosting them. They're like, why do you want me to pay rent? And even if I move out, the rent will be the same. The utilities, whatever. They don't realize, like, when you move out, you're going to pay $1,000. Why don't you just stay with this person and pay $300 and save money? You see what I mean? So if you can contribute financially, that's the number one reason why people move out. Number two reason that people move out is when somebody doesn't have their own privacy. Like, you know, you come and somebody is living in your house and they are omnipresent everywhere. You know, some people feel like, you know what, that's invading on their privacy, and they will want you out. Number three, if somebody feels like you're not grateful, you know, like, you know, when somebody says like, oh, even if I move out, your mortgage is still going to be $4,000. You know, like, that's not somebody who's like out to look out for you. They're out to look out for themselves. You should just put yourself in your host's shoes. If it was me and I had a job and I was going to work every day, if somebody lived in my house, what would I want them to do? Once you think, or you put yourself in the perspective of your host, then you will start acting a different way. You won't start using people. You'll be like, these people help me out, and in return, I'm gonna help them out. And you get people who are lazy sometimes. They don't wanna do the dishes, they don't wanna do whatever, or maybe the kids are just, you know, everywhere and stuff like that. Then that should give you a reason to get a job and get out. If you can't stand that, get a job, get out and find your own place, because that's gonna create a lot of conflict. Another tip, help you live with your host, is trying to keep everything in the house in regards to what's going on. So maybe you're living with this couple, they've been married for 30 years, and then, you know, one day they just wake up and they start arguing. Stay away from that. You have a room, go to your room and keep it to yourself. Don't give them a chance for one of the couples to ask you, hey, what do you think about that? Did she do the right thing? Or she'll be like, him, did he do the right thing? And then you are over there, you're like, yeah, I think that. Do not. They've been married for 30 years. They've been fighting for 30 years. They're still together. Guess who they're gonna get rid of? You. They've been together. That's how they know each other. Try to stay away from conflict that exists between your hosts. Whether it's financial, whether it's about the kids, whether it's about anything. Just pretend like you don't know what's going on, okay? And if the situation is that bad, just move out. And like I said, with regards to privacy, respect, you know, like if you get a single guy or a single lady, they're bringing their boyfriend there or they're bringing their girlfriend there, stop being chitty-chatty with the boyfriend. For what? Interaction, but give privacy. Respect their relationship. You're living there, don't come there and trying to overdo things, because if it's a guy, it's be like, why is this guy trying to talk to my girl like that? You know, they have like that jealousy in them. You know, that's human. Like, you know, people will be like, yeah, why is he close to my girl? Why is he close to my guy? You know, some people, they will take that very personal. If they introduce you to their friends, that's fine. Just interact with them, but also respect the fact that they are friends and not your friends. They are theirs. So interact to a point where you don't want to create any conflict between the friends, because they knew each other before they know you. When you move out, you can do whatever you want. But once you are in their house, try to respect that relationship. Maybe you're a guy and then you're coming to this young married couple. Don't go over there trying to like check out the wife, check out like, oh, making compliments, oh, you look beautiful. Don't do stuff like that. Who does that? Some people, like, they're so crazy, they do stuff like that. Or maybe you want to wait until the guy is out of the house and then you're trying to, like, do some stuff. That's gonna get you in a bad place. So just make sure, like, you're getting hosted. Respect people's privacy, respect people's relationships. Also finances, make sure you're contributing. Don't keep money to yourself. That's the number one killer of, like, relationship between host and guest. Make sure you're ready to help out. You're ready, you show, like, you have a sense of gratitude. You have a sense, you're thankful that they hosted you when you actually did not have anything. Come from a point where if they were not them, I will not even be in the United States to begin with. So think about that, and then you can reprogram your brain and your actions so that you're staying there, but not coming from a point of entitlement, but coming from a point of gratitude. And then the last tip that I'm going to be giving for today is just be receptive to positive advice. So for example, like if you're coming here and you're a DV lottery winner, most of the stuff probably you've read online, or sometimes you don't know what you're talking about. So people who've lived here, usually, they have tips that they made them, successful in America. Some of them I give them on my YouTube. Some of them, people have them. So be just like open to positive advice. If somebody is like, you need to get your social security number, you need to do this to be stable. Don't be like, hey, I know what I'm doing. I know, just listen. Sometimes you might not follow whatever they're saying, but try to listen. Because some people will try to, help you out to get a job quicker so you can get your own place and move out, because sometimes, like I said, with the privacy, so they want to get you, up on your feet and running. And if you're over there, they're trying to get you a job, they're trying to get you to do stuff, and you don't want to do them, like, okay, I don't want to get a job, they'll kick you out of their house. So just sometimes, like, if they're doing something to help you be stable, try to follow that. If they're trying to give you advice, like in regards to schooling, or with regards to, like, like making, like, just good decisions in America, just listen to them. Even if sometimes you might not follow their advice, but just be listening. Don't be like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I know. Like, don't tell me I know what I'm doing, because sometimes if you just got here, definitely you don't know what you're doing, right? So especially if you're living in their house, make sure, like, you listen, and then you do your own research and do what's best for you. But the goal is to get here, get stable, and get out. Don't just stay with somebody for 2 years because you can't get a job. They'll kick you out of their house. So those are the tips that help people live with their host. I'm gonna do another video on how a host can live, in peace with their guests. I'm gonna be giving those tips too, and then if I get other tips in regards to helping out DV lottery winners adjust to their life, new life with their host, I'm gonna be also addressing that. You're a foreign trained registered nurse, or you're a nurse in Africa, Asia, and all these other countries, and you're interested in working in the United States as a registered nurse, please go to my website, nafulaconnect.com, and you're going to click the foreign trained registered nurse tab, and you're going to fill your information, and then we'll get back to you on if you qualify to be connected to an agency or for direct hire, or if you need an NCLEX preparation, you'll also be connected to that. Currently, I'm still building the page on where the consultations will be. That's why, like, it's taking a little bit, because it's like a whole thing we have to do. So I build a page, so if you need consultations, you can do them there. And also, I'm trying to, like, make it so that it's affordable. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer to come up with something that's going to be affordable for everybody, because I don't want to charge people crazy amount of money for just getting, like, helping you out do some stuff. So I'll try to make it so that it's affordable. That's why it was supposed to be up by now, but then I'm trying to work on something that's going to be very, very affordable for everybody. So if you're a nurse outside there, please go to my website so that you can sign up, so I can send you an email when the program is up and running. And also, if you're a DV lottery winner and you're scheduled for the interview, or if you're not scheduled for the interview, you already have your visa, and you don't have a host, and you think your visa is going to expire because you don't have a host, go to nafulaconnect.com under the guest and host tab, sign up. to request for a host, and then we'll ask you a few questions. We'll try to connect you with a host here. If it's just connecting you with a host, that's going to be a free service. But then if you need to be sponsored, we just have to check the availability of sponsors, but then that's going to be a paid service. For today, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.